Thought Bubble Audio.
Hey, Frank and Tim, this is Tim and Scott from the Suicide Squadcast. We want to just congratulate you on your 100th episode of Beer With Geeks.
Yeah, remember that 100th episode of Smallville? We want that level of drama, except maybe less death.
Yeah, less death would be fine. We will let you have that. But at any rate, congratulations, guys.
This is awesome.
Keep up the great work.
Look, up in the sky!
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Welcome to Beer With Geeks with Tim and Frank.
Who are you?
I'm Batman.
I am Iron Man.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Hi, Christopher. I'm Nero.
My name is Inigo Montoya.
You're a wizard, Harry.
A couple of guys with a couple of beers and a whole lot of pop culture nostalgia.
Make it so, number one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
Her name's the dog, Indiana.
Life finds a way.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Now sit back and crack open a cold one, because it's time for Beer With Geeks.
It comes in pints?
Shaken, not stirred.
Great Scott!
I was way off. I knew it started with an S, though.
Hi, and welcome to Beer With Geeks, where two geeks geek out with beer for the 100th time. I'm Tim, and with me, as always, for the past 100 episodes, is my friend and the voice in your ear, Frank.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
I'm in your ear.
Yeah, you're in my ear right now, too. My right one. My sexy ear. No, I don't know what that means. Is my right ear better than my left one? You can't tell because I'm wearing headphones. But
No, I'm left-handed, so I'm left.
So you're
left biased.
You're left biased. Oh, that's very interesting. I didn't know you were left-handed.
Really?
No, I definitely did, and I forget consistently because that is something that apparently is not important to my brain.
You know what is important?
I think it's important to my heart, but not my brain. Yeah.
Aww.
But what do you think is important, Frank?
What beer are you drinking?
I am drinking Fireside Chat because it went bad, and we're going to drink it out of my fridge. That's why.
It hasn't gone bad yet.
No, it hasn't.
Tell you. Yeah, it's the 21st Amendment Brewery Fireside Chat. It's a winter beer, and now that it's spring, it felt appropriate to clean it out.
Yes,
spring cleaning, if you will.
Yes, we really have to get this out of my fridge. I got some real thick Guinness stouts in there too that we're going to have to clean out too.
Those are next.
Yeah,
those are next. But 100 episodes of Beer With Geeks, man.
Yeah, we did it.
Hey, cheers to that.
Cheers
with our tin cans.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, right. Well, that's terrible. Yeah, I'll add in a clinking sound later. Yeah,
magic.
I'll clink the lamp. Yes, perfect. Yeah, I didn't hear that.
100 episodes. We've done 100 episodes. I mean, there was that time where we were doing 2 episodes a week for a while, and but here we are, and it's been a year and a half.
Yeah,
year and a half.
Yeah, because this all started when I was leaving for China.
That's right.
And I was like, Frank, we should do a podcast together. I'm going to be in China for a month, but think about it. And when I get back,
we'll start.
We're on this. And then, here we are. It's crazy. Now, we were talking about, like, what do we do for 100 episode?
Right.
You know, do we come up with, 100 new topics and we rattle them off, or do we reminisce about our 100 topics that came before?
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, like, I don't, like, what did we talk about? I could be like, Spider-Man? Like, I don't know. No, I did. Yeah, right. There's a couple, our fan favorite, Frank tries to come up with his favorites, and then just names everything in the world. Yeah.
Let me tell you my 99 favorite episodes of Beer With Geeks.
No, wait, 100. This one. I need to include this one too because I'm having a good time. Yeah.
Yeah. We've covered like a lot of topics.
Tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Now, if we were living in a parallel world, Frank, where let's say beavers are 50 feet big.
Whoa.
What would be so different about the world that we would podcast about?
Ooh, what would we podcast about in an alternate world? I think we would be a news podcast, and I think we would be delivering news we would be like the Meet the Press of real life superheroes.
Because they have to battle the 50-foot beavers?
Yeah. Someone's got to. It's like Starro. Someone's got to fight him.
No, somebody's got to fight Starro. Real life superheroes, somebody's got to fight him.
It's got to happen.
Now, are beavers generally like vicious creatures?
Have you ever seen a beaver try to chop down a tree with its teeth?
Actually, there's something in my eye, so I can't see anything right now. It hurts. Anyway, what? Say that again.
Chopping down a tree with its teeth.
No, honestly,
oh my God, the whole redwood forest is gone.
Oh,
chomp, 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 chomp. Oh my God, those trees.
Oh, that's true. I guess if they were that big, they would need bigger dams, which means that that would mean that they're in bigger bodies of water, which means that there are they're cutting off different reserves, so there are different towns in different places.
They could like pull a Lex Luthor and like just
Steal 40 cakes? Oh, no.
Steal 40 cakes and submerge a whole like country because they built their dam in a certain place and now like the water's overflowing.
Right. So how do we become the Meet the Press of this world? How do we not die underwater?
Podcasting?
Oh, okay, great.
From our
podcast
Space
booth?
Fortress?
Ooh, Space Fortress.
Yeah.
Good.
Everyone's got one there.
Yeah. Well, the beavers are so big, they've overtaken, so we had to go to space.
We had to.
Except for the real-life superheroes are really manning the ground down there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've all got watchtowers to watch the superheroes.
It's very opposite. Instead of them one watchtower lording over us, we're all in watchtowers like Xenon Girl of the 21st century.
They're in like submarines. They're staying hidden from the
50-foot beavers. Are the beavers? Obviously, they're sentient, but are they? I don't like. Are they?
Can I talk? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah.
Are they like Mr. Beaver from Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe?
Yeah.
Except big.
Hey, you three, get over here. I'm Mr. Beaver.
Was that?
Are you Lucy Pevensey?
Who was?
No, I don't think. I don't. I actually.
Someone famous.
I don't know. You want to use
my one look up?
Now is it? James McAvoy was Mr. Tumnus. If that's what you're thinking.
No. I know, but I felt like someone famous had voiced Mr. Beaver, but it's been a long time since I've seen those.
Those movies are great.
Yeah, they're. I like them.
The first one is great. I remember being kind of bored by the second one, and I only saw the third one time, but I remember liking it. There was that really beautiful, like water lilies and Aslan's in the boat, but I don't remember why. He's just a cat in a boat, which now they reflect on it is kind of strange. It's kind of like life. It's kind of like Life of Pi that way. A cat in a boat.
Life of Pi. That movie was a little. It was good, but it was a little strange, a little unusual.
Do you see that video of the bear, the lion, and the tiger that are friends?
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my!
Yeah, except they're best friends.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I guess they were rescued in Atlanta from like some drug lord's house when he was arrested, and they were being abused, and so they were too abused to go back into the wild, so they keep them in a sanctuary, and they're best friends because they were there as babies, and they bonded over their troubles or whatever. So it's super cute.
Interesting.
Yeah, lion, tiger, and bear, but not oh my. Yep.
So the beaver was voiced by one Ray Winstone.
Oh, Ray Winstone. Oh, okay, great. He played Beowulf.
He did.
I am Beowulf.
That's correct.
Did you like that movie?
Not really.
No, I liked it.
Again, fantasy.
Yeah, it's so but it's like a realistic fantasy. It's not. There are dragons in it.
No. More to the point, Angelina Jolie was in it, so it's,
You don't like Angelina Jolie, or are you being facetious?
being facetious.
Oh, okay.
And she's not realistic.
She wasn't in that movie.
No, she wasn't. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of why The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe kind of toes the line. I'm like, it's kind of real.
It's kind of real until they go through the wardrobe. Yeah, like
until the lion starts talking.
It starts in the real world, so you buy into it until they go into the wardrobe. Then you just turn
you
it
lost
off.
Me there.
15 minutes in, they're starting to get magical. I'm out.
I don't get it, guys. I don't get it.
That's like me in Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm really with it when he's in the hospital and he's talking to his mom, but as soon as he's abducted, I'm like, I'm out. Spaceship. No, I'm just kidding. But that's basically what you just
said.
You
don't get metaphors either, do you? That's sarcasm either.
Yeah. All I get sarcasm. I'm from Canada, and we don't really get sarcasm. That wasn't sarcasm. Okay, great. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, I didn't love Beowulf. It was kind of boring to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. But I'm a fan of that story. But I like fantasy. We've talked about that before.
I like the story, but the movie was boring to watch.
I don't think the movie is the most exciting thing in the world.
Yeah.
I will absolutely give you that. But there are at the time, I will say, when that came out, there were so very few good, like, Norse or Viking things out there. True. And now there's Vikings on History Channel or whatever else, which I don't watch. I watched the first season. It was quite good. But then I stopped getting cable, so...
Bye Vikings.
Bye Vikings. No. I'm not about the Vikings. Sons of Anarchy. Forget about it. Just don't forget about it. Going back to this parallel universe thing, because I piqued my own interest with it. You choose a parallel universe, and I will decide what we do with
well,
it.
I mean, let's stay in the same parallel universe because, like,
Giant beavers?
anything can happen there.
Anything can.
We haven't exhausted
every
that one
day
yet.
is anything can happen Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We haven't exhausted that one yet. I feel like there's a lot of
So
possibilities.
what else are we talking? So if we're not the Meet the Press of
If
the
we're
Beaver
not the
world,
Meet the Press, well, the Beaver World, what are we there?
Okay, well,
are we still podcasters? What do we do?
Probably not, because we would be. I don't know, because we'd be in space. You said we'd be in watchtowers.
Yes, but you do you, man.
And I would just sing all along the watchtower every day.
Doom 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 doom. Doom 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 doom.
Exactly.
Doom doom doom
That's
doom
good,
doom.
actually.
Doom 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 doom. Doom doom doom.
I'm not.
There must be some kind of way out of here. Say the Joker to the thief.
Keep going. It's pretty
No,
good.
I'm good.
No. Now I want to watch Watchmen.
Oh, so good.
Does Watchmen exist in the world with 50-foot beavers?
Well, if we have real life superheroes,
Well, I'm thinking. Well, Alan Moore,
Yeah.
famously lives as a recluse in the woods.
Yes.
Basically.
yes.
And if there are 50-foot beavers, does anybody live in the woods? Because I feel like that would be a dangerous place to live with 50-foot woods.
I want to point out,
I'm going to say Alan. Maybe he was crushed
Maybe.
by the beavers
Maybe.
and Watchmen, or the Killing Joke, or his Run on the Swamp Thing, or all of that never happened.
well, I want to point out that we mentioned Starro before, and Alan Moore did have a giant starfish.
Oh yeah, it was
In Watchmen.
no, we didn't. It was an octopus. Or
Octopus.
Squid.
It was an octopus.
It was a
you're
squid
right.
or
Dan, you're
octopus,
right.
something like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
It was good. It was close though.
It was close.
Cephalopod.
I feel like there's
Is that a cephalopod?
I don't know.
I want to sounds like it's right.
Isn't it cephalopod? You can use your one.
I'm going to use my lookup.
I thought a cephalopod.
How do you spell cephalopod?
CEP.
No, I'm not. I know.
HAL.
I know.
I felt like a cephalopod was more like a centipede or something like that. Like in that family of creatures. That was what I thought. But I have
A cephalopod is a squid.
Really?
A cephalopod is any member of the mollusculan class Cephalopoda.
You were 100% right.
Yep, set of arms and tentacles.
You nailed it.
Inkfish. Yep.
Inkfish.
Yes.
Sounds like a follow-up to blackfish.
This picture you can't see. You can see this picture. It's kind of freaky. It's kind of freaky, right?
That is a scary looking squid.
Yeah. Look up cephalopod on Wikipedia.
Glow-in-the-dark squid.
It's kind of freaky.
How crazy is it to think there's
I
all
want
these
to
creatures?
touch it.
There's all these creatures under the sea that we've never discovered.
The ocean is scarier than space.
Yeah.
That's why we went to space and not underwater in the beaver world, because we're like, screw you, ocean. You're scary as hell. I'm going into space where we could be killed by little meteorites or anything. No, meteoroids. Meteors. There's difference between those three. And I went through all of them.
You did. You cycled through.
Meteors are in space. Meteoroids are the ones that enter the atmosphere. Meteorites crash on the planet. Boom. Nailed it. High five to me. So five.
But yeah, we were like, I would rather die in space and not come home rather than have my body wash up and see what happened to me.
Oh yeah, shoot me into space. I'll freeze and explode or whatever happens when you're in there. Yeah. I'm not going underwater with a bunch of creatures, because every year they're like, oh, this new fish we've discovered that we didn't know exist. It can maul your face off in 3 seconds. I'm not going in there. I don't even like going into the beach. I don't even like going into the ocean at the beach where I can see my feet.
I've seen Jaws. I know what happens there.
Yes. It was filmed around here.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. I was actually driving across a bridge yesterday that looked like the Jaws bridge, even though I know it wasn't, because I wasn't on Martha's Vineyard, but it looks like that bridge because it's the same area. It's all capey and whatever else. And I was like, nope, not good. Nope.
Turn around.
That movie ruined things. My sister, who will hate that I'm telling this story, but I don't know if she listens to this or not, so I don't care.
You'll find out now.
I will find out. She'll confront me or she won't. When she was a little kid, I used to think that there were sharks in our swimming pool, and we had a 4 feet deep swimming pool, the circular one that you could see. She would stand on the ladder and go, no, there are sharks in there. I'm not going in. Flash forward 20 years. This is like last year. She sends me a news article about how there was a shark found in a swimming pool in Florida, something like that. And she was like, listen to me. I told you.
And I was 6.
My fear is validated. And there was a shark in somebody's swimming pool because it was connected to the ocean, and it flopped right into the swimming pool.
Oh,
no.
So funny. No. What would you do if I just found that article and sent it to her on Facebook just with no context?
I think you should. I I absolutely think you should. She is a mature, confident woman, and she should be able to handle that joke.
Oh my goodness. That's hysterical.
Yeah.
That's hysterical. So that's what would happen in our alternate world. We would be, so there would be sharks in everyone's swimming pool.
And
there would be beavers in the ocean.
But it wouldn't matter because we would be in space, yelling at the ocean because it's a dangerous place, that it's a scary place that we never want to go to.
So what would you and I be doing then? If we're not podcasters or we're not broadcasters of some variety, what would we be doing?
What would we be doing?
What would your job be? Would you be an educator still?
I think I'd still be an educator because people got to learn in space.
So you'd be educating about the evils of the ocean.
Be a space teacher. Yeah, but not teach about space because I don't know jack about science. Yeah. But I would teach about it's like Interstellar where you're like, we never went to space.
Mm-hmm.
The ocean, what is that? That blue thing down there is a map overturned to look like just a blue surface. And if you flip it over, it'll tell you to go back to space.
Turn back.
Yep, that's real science.
Yeah.
It's a really big map.
Hard science.
It's just a tarp overcovering some pieces of the world.
Earth tarp.
Yeah, I don't know about that. So we've done 100 episodes. We've done 100 episodes. What have we talked? We've talked about a lot of stuff. Is there anything that you think that we should go back and talk about again now that we've been doing this for almost 2 years?
I think there are things we can elaborate on. So, like, we did one of our very first episodes. We talked about like old film noir movies, right? Like black and white movies.
Yeah, we did. Well, they weren't really film. Were they film noir movies? I think we just talked about
maybe just black and white
movies,
right?
movies.
We just said like black and that era, black and white era. Which is a pretty broad era, right? There's decades and decades there. You're talking about it, from the beginning of film up until like the 60s.
Right. You're talking about the first film ever produced where it was just a camera at a train station. You watch the train come in.
Right.
And then people get off the train.
One of my favorites.
It's brilliant. It's moving.
Riveting.
It's there's a train pun in there somewhere. And
all right, don't derail this. Come on.
There it is. Thank you. Thank you.
Did you ever read the story? It might be apocryphal. I don't know if it's true, but there's a story of in one of those early movie houses, like back when they used to show movies as part of a vaudeville show. So like the performers would go off stage, screen would come down, you would watch like a few minutes of just sort of random clips of like a train coming into the station or like people just walking around in New York City or whatever, and then the screen would go up and the next performer would come on. That was just one of like the sort of acts in a vaudeville show,
right,
back in the day. And at one point there was a show where again film was so new and people were freaked out by like, oh my god, it's a moving image on a screen, that there was an image of water bursting through a wall at the camera, and people freaked out and started leaving the theater because they thought that the wall had been breached and the theater was flooding.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
I don't think it is either, but it's a very entertaining story.
I think that story is in the same vein as the Orson Welles' War of the Worlds story. Where
some people that was kind of true, but it's exaggerated.
People thought those like the exaggeration is that the whole country thought we were invaded by aliens. Right. But I'm sure a few people thought we were invaded by aliens, and everyone else was like, "Oh, what an entertaining program this is this evening.
Exactly.
Kids, come and sit on the carpet. There's lovely things to be heard on the transistor." It's a transistor. It's a transistor.
Nope. That came later.
What do you call? Shoot, what was an old term for a radio? Mr. Radio Man.
Radio.
No, it would be.
Transistor radio came later. Those were like little portable radios.
Yeah, I know, but they used to call the radio something else.
I don't know.
Like they used to call the television the devil's box. You know, like there are other things like that. That's no.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're thinking of. Maybe if I heard it, I would know. But I'm not.
Well, I already used my one lookup.
So did I.
And
but other things I think we could elaborate on. So the black and white movies.
Yeah.
I think we could talk. There's plenty. We talked about plenty of TV shows.
We did.
Where we could go in more in depth on like favorite episodes and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I'd love to do that.
We haven't talked. We did a very wide berth of musicals.
Yes, we did. Yeah, that was just one episode.
Yeah,
right?
Very specific. We talked about 1776 once.
That's right. That's right. Yeah,
I don't know if I could revisit 1776.
No,
I don't
not.
have new things to say, but there are certainly other musicals out there that I wouldn't mind touching upon.
Yep.
Maybe we should go see a musical together and then talk about it.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I liked Hamilton.
Yeah.
Because then we could talk about
what
that.
What a terrible person you are now.
Yeah, just me. Only me, though.
Yep. Nope.
Definitely not you.
I definitely love it.
You definitely.
It's definitely my favorite thing in the whole world.
Yeah.
I listen to it all the time.
Oh.
And I know every word of the songs they speak very quickly, but are not real songs, whatever those things are called.
Yes.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Those poems with a beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tone poems, I think they're called.
Tongue poems. You are correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Silversmith rhymes. Yeah.
I would love to do more of that kind of thing. What about you? Anything you want to revisit or expand on or?
I think you touched a couple of things like to talk specific episodes about maybe a couple of shows because, there we talked about trips one time or
sure.
We did a couple of things on board games, but I would like to play a game as we go because
I would like that too.
Because I'm not a very competitive person, but you are a little bit more competitive than I am.
You really think so?
I think you're a little bit more competitive.
I don't think I'm very competitive at all, actually.
I think maybe you're not.
But maybe I am more than you are.
I could care less if I win a game or not.
I don't really care.
Which makes me a terrible coach. Whatever, kids.
Yeah.
It's T-ball, kids.
Just
either
hit
you
the
hit
ball.
the ball or you don't. You have many swings as you
Honestly,
want.
even if you don't, you were never going to get a T-ball scholarship anyway, so it's fine.
No, those don't exist. No.
Maybe in this world they do.
No, you could get a scholarship for eyeballs, maybe. You got to be an optometrist. High five, kid. Hey.
All right.
Nah. Bada bing.
Always with the bada bing. I remember that episode we did where we played Oregon Trail.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I would love to do something like that again, but with like a board game or something like that. Something that's engaging, that is not just like, okay, and you get this railroad, or not like, oh, Scrabble. That's a triple word score. Good job.
Oh, yeah, no, that would be dumb.
It's got to be a game that you can, like Cards Against Humanity or something like that. That's
something that only requires, it's all visual in your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we could play Candyland or something like that and be like, I'm on a purple square. Great job, team. Great.
So just to recap, he's on a purple square and I'm on an orange square.
Yeah, just in case you forgot.
Just I know you can't see this, so I'm going to keep recapping it.
Yeah.
And if we could find the right game, that'd be a really fun thing to do again. I agree. Yeah.
I think we should write stories about adventures that we have on Other Earth and then read them to each other one day. Like love letters or just like regular stories, either one.
Emails to ourselves from our Other Earth.
Oh, that would be interesting. It's just
dear self.
It's just like, dear God, help us. The beavers have come. They've made it to space somehow with the help of the cephalopods.
What if
they have come to space? What if we
do our own War of the Worlds style
squids.
Audio drama of the space squids,
the space squids, and versus the 50-foot beavers? That is a 1950s sci-fi romp if I've ever heard one.
Attack of the 50-foot beavers.
Who would win that fight? Just not
on the soccer field without weapons.
Yes.
Is there an organ on the soccer fields in this universe?
No, there's not.
Why not?
No.
Why can't I have an organ in my?
It's a soccer field. There's no organ. It's not even an organ at a football field.
What if
baseball fields barely have organs anymore?
The good ones do.
No.
What if on this earth, soccer is America's pastime? We have organs, and baseball is a game that's played in Europe, and everyone is like, this is the real baseball, not that other sport that you call baseball that has no bases in it.
Soccer?
Yeah.
That would be like America, wouldn't it?
Well, we have football, and it doesn't involve feet.
Yes, it does. You kick the ball.
Not American football.
American football, you kick the ball.
American football, you punt the ball sometimes.
With your foot.
Sometimes,
which is called,
but you're mostly carrying it.
There is a player called a kicker on the now.
Yes,
that being said, yes, it's dumb. We call it
soccer.
Yes, it's dumb. We call it football.
Is much more
I'm
football.
With you. I agree with you. I'm 100% agreeing with you. I don't know why it is the way it is.
Literally, the whole world calls that football, but we're like, oh, we already had one, so we're going to call it soccer.
Yeah,
that's fine.
No,
we'll make up a word for it.
Now, do you think there's a world in which America participates in a sport the rest of the world plays? Because when the World Cup is on, I find it's a bigger deal now, I think, than it used to be.
Yeah,
but like before the World Cup was like, oh, not like the World Series. America.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's the World Series. Baseball will catch on with everyone eventually. Right, Japan? You got it? Great.
It was a marketing term when they made up the
World really?
Series. Yeah, they were just like, oh, well, but what sounds exciting? Like the most of the states have a team series. Nah, World Series. We call it that. All right, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just like it was just meant to sound exciting. That's why they call it that. But like Super Bowl doesn't mean anything. It's like, oh man, this bowl sure really is great.
Yeah, look at this bowl shaped like a foot.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
It's super.
Yeah,
not like that stupid Rose Bowl.
Yeah, who has
flowery
bowls? No one. Sugar Bowl. No one cares about you. In this world of giant beavers, do you think that the giant 50-foot robot of Michael Jackson that he commissioned to build exists and would sometimes fight the giant beavers when necessary?
No, he's too busy. He's too busy doing the Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh, so Michael Jackson's still alive in our space world.
Is. Oh, the robot does.
Oh my God! How big are these watchtowers? If the robot is 50,
it's not just any bowl. It's the Super Bowl. It's huge.
Okay. Do you have to swim in it?
Yeah, it's like a fishbowl.
It's like a big
fishbowl.
Yeah,
it's because it's like we're so afraid of the ocean. We make like a safe version of the ocean in a big fishbowl.
So weird.
And we have Michael Jackson play it every year.
Yeah, makes sense.
Robo Michael Jackson.
This world is sounding better and better. I don't know if I would. Now, do you are you imagining, like, do we still have like full control of our faculties, or
we're like the people from
WALL-E, yeah, or we're just like floating in chairs? Because I know a lot of people that watch that movie and go, that doesn't look so bad.
Wow, I've always got like a giant drink and like I'm just floating around.
Everyone seems to be super happy. I mean, they're not talking or having human interaction at all, but you know,
but Siri's there, so it's cool.
But it's okay. Well, they're FaceTiming and all the things.
Yeah, I don't know. I hadn't considered this. I was imagining a world where we just all live in our little pods floating above the earth, and we are our watchtowers, and we're just walking around indoors on our space fortresses. But I hadn't thought about floating like the WALL-E people. I don't know.
Well, we would be screwed if the beaver people teamed with the cephalopods and never attacked. If we were like the WALL-E people,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure that we would be screwed if they all.
But they can't fly or anything, So like we're floating up above in our space fortresses. I feel like we're probably safe.
Safe from maybe that, but like what's in the galaxy?
I don't know. But it's not
do we have Sigourney Weaver to protect us in the ocean or in the
Sigourney Weaver is the president where we come from.
Ooh, I like that. Would you vote for Sigourney Weaver as president? Actual Sigourney Weaver?
Oh, actual Sigourney Weaver?
Yeah. Do you know enough about? I don't know.
No, I
don't know if I know about.
I don't know where she stands on the issues.
If you had to vote for one celebrity to be president, just offhandedly,
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney. Good. Non-American citizen.
Nope.
Good job. You did it.
There are no rules where we come from.
No, in this world. Oh, maybe no. I take it back. In that world, Paul McCartney.
He could be.
Would he run the space station?
Yeah.
Is that how he gets Michael Jackson to sing at the Super Bowl every year?
Yeah, because in that world they've patched things up and they're friends again.
Do you think that we have those super cool Microsoft holograms in our world, or we have evolved past the glasses for holograms?
Well, here's the thing: we do, but the problem is they haven't figured out how to make it look realistic unless it's Clippy. So it's just a hologram of Clippy.
Oh, see, I would still like a hologram. I miss Clippy.
I don't.
You don't miss Clippy?
Hi, are you trying to write a will?
Yes, Clippy.
Were you killed by a cephalopod or a beaver or both?
I miss Clippy. Actually, you make it sound terrible, but I miss Clippy.
Yeah, I don't.
No,
it's cool.
It's fun. Were you killed by a cephalopod? If so, click on me for help. Yeah. How am I supposed to do that, Clippy? I'm dead.
Who would you like to leave your space fortress to?
Everyone. I'll leave it to everyone. Cool. I'm a man of the people.
So Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
President Sigourney Weaver. Is she like her character in Galaxy Quest, and she's just always on like repeating what the computer says?
I have one job, and I'm going to do it. Okay? Sure, no problem. Only if Alan Rickman is still alive and just walks around saying, "On Grabthar's hammer."
What a savings. Wait, have we talked about that?
No, I don't think we have.
Oh, let's talk about that movie.
Yeah, but not today.
Not today, but soon.
Not today,
Let's talk
Zerg.
about Galaxy Quest.
Okay.
Not today, Zerg.
You like that transition? That was a good segue. Tim Allen to Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Why doesn't Tim Allen do movies anymore?
Because he's on that show.
But why?
I don't know.
Why? You know what? In our Earth, Tim Allen is the biggest movie star. He's the Tom Hanks of that world. Tom Hanks is Tim Allen.
No, don't.
He's just on a TV, the bed sitcom.
No, don't
living his glory days.
Don't down Tom Hanks that way.
He was eloquent.
No, don't down Tom Hanks that way. No, you can't do it. Although, I'd vote for Tom Hanks as president.
Oh.
Or Stanley Tucci.
Yeah.
Or the Tooch.
Mm-hmm. The Tooch LaFruche. Yeah, I would totally, Tom Hanks has the gravitas, right? I could believe him.
I believe a man could be president with Tom Hanks.
Yes, you will believe. Tucci, maybe, yeah. I mean, I've definitely seen him in roles where he's so versatile. Like,
Could you just get Michael Douglas and be like you were in The American President? Or get Martin Sheen. Be like
Martin
you were in The
Sheen.
West Wing, please.
Martin Sheen would be good. Yeah. Yeah, man. These are interesting thoughts. These are all good celebrities to vote for as our space president.
I know. This was a weird conversation that I'm glad that we had.
Me too.
Happy 100th episode, my friend.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I'm glad we did this.
Me too.
I'm glad that you said, "Hey, let's do a podcast together."
Me
100
too.
Episodes ago,
because that turned into a number of fun things.
It really has.
Yeah,
it really has.
And I think we became better friends for it.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. I am happy for that.
Well, you can rate our friendship on iTunes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars of friendship.
Yeah,
which we appreciate.
Yeah, just know that you'll crush our souls if you do anything less than 4. So that's fine.
You can find us at the Satchel Media Player or the Overcast app, and you can email us at beerwithgeeks.com. But until next time, for 101 Dalmatians. Oh, that's what you talk about.
Shoot.
Oh, I did it twice. I did it to myself.
Well, I don't think that's happening for 101, so...
No, I don't think so either. I don't know if I could sustain a conversation about 101... We could talk about the sequel, 102 Dalmatians.
We talk about the cartoon, and then the Glenn Close version, and then the sequel.
Yeah,
and then...
Jeff Daniels was in that movie.
Was he really?
That was the first movie I've ever seen Jeff Daniels
really?
in.
Who is he?
He's the dad. He's the dad. The John, Peter... Paul, whatever his name
Mary.
is. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever his name is. Yeah.
I'm having a hard time.
Carl.
I'm having a hard time picking
Yeah,
it.
it was Jeff Daniels, and I don't remember who played his wife. And Glenn Close was Cruella DeVille.
Yeah.
And Hugh Laurie was one of the
Hugh
bad
Laurie's
guys.
one of the guys,
and the guy who plays Mr. Weasley in Harry Potter was the other one.
Oh.
I can't remember his name either. So, okay.
Fascinating.
But anyway, until next time,
Cheers.